Hola, Colchoneros. Welcome back to Atlético Fanatics, and we are back with our disappointed faces as well. We are back with the disappointment from the team as well. And we lost the match against Real Madrid 2-1, which was, I think, I don't know, like it has been the story for last few seasons. Like we dominate the match in competition, and then just a few things like decide the game, which is very, very frustrating. But at the end of the day, I'm not really frustrated that much because I kind of expected it, and like I didn't expect anything extraordinary out of my players. And in a way, I'm thinking of it like, like maybe we're safe because Barcelona would have thrashed us anyway. I would have watched that match 90 minutes, just defending 90 minutes, like struggling 90 minutes, but it's okay. But yeah, I mean, like, it's obviously disappointed to lose here, arch rivals in Real Madrid. But I just want to say this, like, it can't be like going on like this. Like, we dominate the match, and it happened in the Champions League as well. We dominate the match, and then at the end of the day, it's Real Madrid who goes away with the result. I mean, this has to change. If we are playing that well, we have to manage to get that win as well, because we can't just like get there every time. It's like, yes, like our players performed better, like we should clap for our players, we should be proud of it. But how many times it's been the same, and Real Madrid just goes away with a win even when they play shit. And this team was a shitty team of Real Madrid. They just had like what, 6 8 shots. We had 22 shots, by the way. We had numerous chances. And again, it has been the story of this season. Like, we are very, very wasteful in the final third, which was the same thing happened in this match as well. I mean, Julian Alvarez, again, he was fantastic for me, but again, in the final third, like when he had the chance, I think he should have scored. Again, he's lacking his shooting boots. Sørloth, I was defending Sørloth for the past 5 matches, and rightfully so because he was playing better. But yeah, I think the streak has ended today. Uh,
He
I
scored
can't.
though. He scored.
It's but again, he wasn't good. He wasn't good. Sørloth wasn't good. I think, yeah. I mean, that was a like fine.
Don't
He
say
scored.
anything, Six. He's admitting it. Don't say anything.
But anyway, I think he should have scored the equalizer. Like, that's like so basic thing. Like, how can he even miss it? Literally reminded me of the Club World Cup where he missed that tap in against PSG as well. And even if I take the goal out, it's not he's not really like doing much over there. He had one more chance in the first half, by the way. The half volley, which again he skyrocketed it, and much more opportunities where he could have done better. And like, I don't know. And then in the second half, like where I'm looking for like if anyone can change this game, like the cameras goes back to the bench and I see Nahul Molina getting ready to come on, and I'm like, yeah, this is the end. But anyway, guys, Fran, your thoughts?
And yeah, for me, you know, some players played very well. Like the attitude from our players wasn't bad, but yeah, I think Simeone got it wrong today. Quite wrong. Even in his change of system for our own possession. And well, yeah, Julian for me was very good. Llorente was very good. Pubil and Hansko played a very good part in the game. Like what I liked the most was Baena and Julian receiving in between the lines and Hansko and Pubil making those passes. That's probably what I enjoyed the most. But in general, we looked very disconnected in the middle because we had Koke and Gallagher in the midfield too, and Koke was usually dropping in the CV's center back, and Gallagher had a very protagonist role in the middle, very deep, and that's not what you want. But yeah, I mean, we played better. I think Simeone got some things wrong, especially with the subs. And well, it's a shame, but I've been angrier in other games.
Keeks?
Oh yeah. I agree with both of y'all. I just think it's like I don't want to get too much into the tactical stuff because I think we'll talk about that just now. I think it just feels like each time Simeone this season, either he gets the starting 11 right and the subs wrong, or he gets the starting 11 wrong and the subs wrong. And this is one of those games where I feel like he kind of didn't really get it right, but he didn't really get it wrong per se. I still am confused as to why he decided to play Gallagher instead of Cardoso at the start of the game. But what we got to see is, I think, a really good reaction from the team. All of the things that we mentioned in the last episode with the preview, all of them are relevant again. The points that Alex made, the points that Fran made, the points that I made, each one very relevant in a game, very visually happening over and over and over. And it's just like, it's nice that we can identify the problem. It's a shame that the solution hasn't decided to show itself up today and we were wrong or something about it. And like, I kind of see a potential downward spiral in that sense, where it's like Simeone should and could take advantage of the things that I think is not a random chance that we have stumbled across it. He should and take advantage of what is here, the transfer window. I think we haven't really mentioned it, but Raspadori seems actually on his way out again. So do you take a second to look at your squad? What can this squad really offer me when times get tough? What am I doing wrong? What do we do next? We have a small break basically from now till the next game. I think the next game is the Copa del Rey against Depor, or is it a La Liga game? I think that's the game. And this is a long period of time where we can actually take and reflect. And probably we'll talk about it specifically, but yeah, that's my thoughts.
There are a lot of talks about like Gonzalo Garcia being sent off, and then maybe that free kick should have been given. I mean, these things shouldn't like. I can't really say much. Yeah, I can't really say much about it. Like, are you seriously every time like we lose to Real Madrid, we're gonna go back to the referees? Like, yes, there has been like like problems with the referee decisions in the past. Yes, but come on, like for this match, I can't really like blame the referee or anything, because again, we had the whole match. Like the goal happened in the first or second minute. We had the whole match. And by the way, I think like Oblak maybe got his wall wrong. Maybe.
I don't think that was his wall wrong. Sørloth lost his mind. I don't know what that was.
No, the wall was a slightly bit on the right hand side, and yes, if Sørloth was brave enough, he could have stopped it. But that was a rocket from Valverde. I don't think that he was risking his life to get in the middle of that.
All he had to do was not jump out of the way, I think. But
but that was a ferocious. He would have definitely like, oh shit, like like, oh boy, I'm leaving this.
Bro, he has 2 kids. He don't need any more. You feel? I feel like it's set. I feel like he's good.
But anyway, like this is where I like think about like some players, like like who put their heads where people don't even put their like legs or foot, because like let's say if Jimenez was there, Jimenez would have stopped it. He would have taken it like a warrior, and sort of like, nah, fam, I'm out of here. But
I'll in defense of Sørloth this season for our set piece defending has been, for the most part, very, very good. It's only in the last 2 games where there's been genuine questions, where I think, and maybe the Alaves game, which was just, I think, his worst game this season. This last game, he scored an own goal, but it was offside because of the other player interfering. And this game, I don't know what that was, but yeah. So it's like, for the most part, Sørloth is usually a very valid and very useful piece in your set piece defense, and had made it to look a little bit less shaky. But we just need a set piece coach. Like, genuinely, we need to get one. Like, clearly, nothing is working. Just get higher one, please.
But anyway, let's just move on to the first half, or like let's just talk about the lineup as well before we move to the first half. So we start off with Llorente, Pupil, Dejansko, and Rogeri. And so no Jimenez in defense. I was really, really amazed, but I was like, okay. Rogeri one was maybe a bit of shocker, but again, he played well, to be honest, for me. Defensively, he played very well. Offensively, I think like, yeah, his crosses didn't really land well, but defensively, he played a good game for me. I think maybe can improve his offensive game. But again, this was a massive test for Ujiri, by the way, and he actually passed it. So that's good. Good side. See, me praising Ruggeri. Anyway, moving on to the midfield. It was Giuliano, Koke, and then Gallagher, and then Baina. We all knew like it's gonna be Baina versus Valverde. The midfield one again, like we were discussing about it, whether it's gonna be Koke or we also knew like Koke would start for sure. But again, like will Cardoso, be there? And then yeah, again, so Gallagher gets picked up before Cardoso. And Gallagher for me, like again, like while pressing and everything, he was good. Yes. But again, you can't really get that playmaking thing out of him. Like every time I see Gallagher, he's always playing the pass back. He's like he doesn't really make those brave passes where he can find those passes in the middle of the players where he can actually play a through ball to someone. He always plays it safe. He always like goes back, or like he waits for Julian Alvarez to arrive and then just give a pass, or maybe gives it to Koke and then Koke takes it from there. So I think again people are going to talk about this. Gallagher and Alex Baena, they were both, we bought them both like for the same price, which again, like look at the difference in qualities. And again, January transfer window is open. If anyone, if Athlete is looking to like make some money, Gallagher can be an option. I'm still saying.
I'm still a little bit impartial to the Gallagher deal just because we got Joe Felix off of the books because of him. So
To be fair, I mean, of course, Gallagher does not do well with his passes because that he's not good at that. What doesn't make sense is for him to play that deep if he's not a good passer. That makes zero sense for me, and Johnny would have been much better. In fact, most of the times in the first half, we struggled a lot with progression and getting the ball in good places to create chances because we didn't have any good passing in midfield with Gallagher. And well, and our chance creation improved a lot in the second half when some changes were made, especially when Llorente played closer to midfield and then Johnny entered. But, in a game like this, I would never play Gallagher as a midfielder, even when Barrios is out. Maybe even Baena could be better in the midfield too. But I don't know defensively, but we saw Baena. I think Simone tried him once in the midfield too, and he was not bad, right?
twice, the Betis game and then the game right after that. I think it was the Sevilla game. Correct me if I'm wrong, Alex.
No. He played in the midfield. He played in the midfield in Real Betis game, and then he played. I think it was Sevilla game as well. But what I'm saying is like it's different because again, against Real Madrid in midfield, you need some physicality. So this is where I don't blame Simeone for playing Gallagher, but I'd rather start Johnny Cardoso.
You can get the physicality and the passing.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. But again, I don't know like what Johnny Cardoso has to do to like to make him to trust Simeone.
I don't know if
Thankfully Mark
Simone
Pubil did it.
I don't know if Simone likes Johnny that much because he doesn't give him many chances. He gives him chances. It's not an Almada situation, but he prioritizes other players. And when Johnny plays, he sometimes drifts off from the defensive midfielder position. Sometimes even plays as an 8. At times he's wandering those positions. So I don't know if he trusts him to play as a deep midfielder. I don't know. I'm just wondering because of what he does on the pitch.
And this is his chance, by the way. If Johnny Cardoso has to play, this is his chance. Pablo Barca is not here. This is his chance. And then again, you see Gallagher playing. But anyway, and then the front was again Sørloth and Julian Alvarez, which again we expected, but we just conceded in the second minute only. Which again, if we talk about the goal, I think again yes, if Sørloth was brave enough, and I think Oblak got his wall wrong as well. And then we all know like Real Madrid. This is I think what's the difference between Real and Atletico? They need so little to score. We need so much to score. Like you get it, like, and how important it is. But anyway, we handled the situation very well. I think Real didn't really have much to do in the first half, except that chance from Rodrygo, which was again in counter attack, where Alvaro Carreras went free, and then Pupil went in for the slide, and then Pupil was beaten as well. Rodrigo was 1v1, and then I think that was much of, I can't even say Oblak. I think it was much of a miss from Rodrigo, because for me that was a goal, and like he couldn't finish it well. And then obviously that miss from Sørloth as well, which was again, that was even worse than Rodrigo, because at least Rodrigo had a keeper to beat. Sørloth had no one to beat. He just had to like head it, just like he did in the second half, and yeah, which he did not. And I think in the first half we didn't really exploit this much as well. Like the crossing in this game wasn't really that good. Like it was in the match against Real when we met at Metropolitano. The crossing was very good. In this match, not so good.
I think that's partially due to it's like you can't really like this whole season we haven't really relied particularly well on crossing for what do you call it whenever we do this as a general sense. The Real game was like an outlier. That was an exception. Clearly, we in general across the board we had a great game for Atleti. But then when you look at the and you look at the crossing level for most of the games, not so great. You can usually rely on Giuliano getting one or two sublime crosses per game, as you saw today, as you saw the last game before in the Real Sociedad game. But then you can't necessarily turn around and say, yeah, I'm expecting us to do really well in crosses. Bayana had his moments. Bayana was very good in that first half. Ruggieri didn't really cross that much in the first half. Alvarez was doing certain decent things, but you could see that there's a disconnect in our attack where one person, even though Sørloth is physically tall and he can do these, he doesn't necessarily want to be the target man. That's not his design. Like, not to say his design role, but that's not his preferred role. It wasn't for Villarreal. It wasn't for Sociedad. It wasn't even before that. So we're using him in this way because that's the profile that he is, not necessarily that's what he works the best with. And I feel like I'm repeating myself a little bit because this is not the first time we've said this, but
What are you talking about? I missed that part. Okay.
Sørloth. I mean, you're saying it's like Alvarez had a great game. Alvarez dropping in between, connecting the play, having these really nice moments. I feel like he did everything right except he didn't get the goal. But a lot of the times you look at him and you're like, when you need to get him near the dangerous areas, nobody else is doing his job that he's doing in connecting the play. It was Bayern in the first half, Griezmann a little bit, Almada a little bit when he came on. But it's like that. There was a long stretch of time where Bayern clearly was not 100% and needed to come off. And then there was basically just Alvarez just hitting non-stop, having to drop deep, having to create, having to do this. And it's like, if you had a midfield of course, we'd love barriers, but it's like if you had a midfield of Cardoso and Koke, clearly he would have had a lot less burden to do this same, trying to create chances from that same midfield. You know what I mean? I like Alvarez, the striker. Alvarez, the attacking midfielder, is good, but that's not who we signed. You know?
Whenever Baena was looking for Alvarez, I saw him more, Baena looking more for Alvarez in between the lines, not so much as service, as creating chances for him. And whenever Alvarez wanted to do 1-2s with Sørloth, I don't remember him giving a ball back to Julian all game. So yeah, it's what we've been saying. Like, he's doing a lot, but he's struggling to finish the chances he gets because he's not getting much service at all. We are, like you and Kik said, we are not necessarily playing for him most of the times, at least.
Makes sense. Also, I think like Sørloth today was selfish for me. I think he was very, very selfish today. There was this like one instance like where he beat off Chumeni very well, and then he could have played a link up pass with Julian Alvarez, but no. Instead, like he went on for the shot, and then there were more few occasions like where I think he just wanted to go by himself instead of like linking a play with either Julian Alvarez, Baena, or anyone. And then when suddenly someone, presses him, he just gives the ball away or like takes a shot, which was, I think, like I said, like the streak was going well, but yeah, today the streak has ended. But anyway, we move on to the second half now, which was basically the substitution, and then we, I think, yeah, we replaced Gallagher with Robin Oman, and we switched to a back three for the second half, and which I think for me we started playing much better, but then unfortunately, what happened? Another stupid goal on a counter attack. Like I don't get this from
Lenormand.
Robin. Yeah, from Robin Lenormand. Like why are you pressing? I mean, this is just basic defending, to be honest. Again, I'm no one to tell Robin Lenormand how to defend. He plays for Spain. I'm here sitting talking about it, but still, it's basic. Like you don't, whenever you like press a player, you don't like go with your full strength. Like you hold him off. Robin Loman just goes off, and Rodrygo again. It was a fantastic touch from Rodrygo. The second touch was very good from Rodrygo, but then again he made it easy for Rodrygo to beat him. If you're really going like full in, either foul him, do something. Just don't let him go away.
I mean, that
But
if he fouls him there, it's probably a red card though, because
no,
hand
no, no,
wasn't close by yet.
no. I don't think that could have been a red card. No, I think so. That was a yellow.
Either way, the point is that it was useless. What he did there was useless. So I
Yeah,
don't
he
want
he
to.
he just went on with it. Like he didn't hold it off. Like he could have easily waited, like with the backtracking thing, hold him off, wait for the Hanshko or Pupil to arrive, and then, or wait for Rodrigo to make a mistake or try to dribble past him. Anything. Like, don't give him a 1v1 chance against Oblak.
Yeah, but
And what he did was like he pressed right after him.
most of Lenormand's mistakes in defense are results of bad positioning or him choosing what to do wrong. But most of the times he's caught in a bad position where he's far from the attacker or far from a place where he can do anything well. And most of the times he chooses wrong how to stop the attacker. And well, before when he came, I said that despite him being in a good level, he plays for Spain, Real Sociedad, he is solid on the ball. He does not fix the defensive problem that you have, and so far he has not done that.
It's been what, 18 months since he's been here, right? He had a really good first 2 months. He had the head injury, came back, wasn't really the same level of player. But to me, it always felt like a mistake waiting to happen. Like in a back three system, he's good, but even then, I said this. I'm not a big Robin Lenormand fan. I've been very vocal.
He's good in back three when he's not playing at the center.
Yes. So
So
for Spain,
today,
opposite, right? Actually,
exactly, he doesn't play in center. For Spain, he plays like where Marco Bill was playing. So he plays on the right hand side.
well, it depends. So most times he's in a back two, but in Spain, when they're in a back three, he plays as the center, and he has usually either Huijsen or Laporte and Kubasi on his two flanks. Usually, Laporte isn't playing if he's in the back three. So as a result, he's usually doing a very good job sweeping up. I don't know what happens when it comes to these games, because I remember last year was against Netherlands. Really good job, and despite it, they still conceded like 3 goals. So I wasn't necessarily that he was playing badly, but it's just like I've seen who he is, right? This is not the first time we've come across Ludovic. We've played Sociedad for years. He is a good centre back. What Atletico demands from you is either elite or world class level. At minimum, elite. We've got minimum elite for most of the players for some years now. Savage is some big shoes to fill in terms of centre back level, and he hasn't come close to doing that. And I think it's like his major problem is, as what Fran says, is awareness. A lot of times he's not aware of something that's happening, and he's usually reacting way too late to a situation. We mentioned it in the last episode. I said I wanted Ruggieri on the pitch because I do not want to see Robin Lenormand, because I know he will make a mistake. So said, so done. He came on. I'm still confused. I guess Jimenez isn't fit, but I knew this would happen. Like I didn't question it. I knew it happened as soon as he came onto the pitch. It was like, yes, we're switching that back three. Yes, we're creating more chances. Robert Lemon is going to make a mistake. It's like a prophecy. It's just he's too predictable. I don't think he's particularly amazing on the ball. I don't think he's particularly amazing off it. He's decent in the air. Nothing crazy across the board. 40 million cannot make sense for me for what he is, and it would make sense to try and sell him off to somewhere else. But I don't know who would be willing to put down money for Robin Lamont besides maybe the Premier League. You know what I mean?
Same with Gallagher. You have to take advantage of the Premier League.
The difference is Gallagher is a homegrown talent, so he actually is very useful because they kind of always need somebody at least somewhat.
Yeah,
decent.
they have homegrown rules. No, but I was going to say that in the window, the last window, I was really excited about the prospect of having Cuti Romero because of the type of defender he is. Like, historically we've had Godin, Savage, Jimenez, these defenders who are pretty aggressive and pretty to the point, and I don't see Lenormand does that at all, and I don't think he fits us. Yeah, well, exactly. But I don't think he fits us, honestly. But another thing that I was thinking is strange how these players get to start in the Spanish national team. Like Lenormand, I don't think he's starter quality. Surely Spain have someone better to play at right center back. The same with Unai Simon.
Unai Simon has not been
guys, back to the topic.
Okay,
we'll get it. Let me just say this real quick. Because of the same game yesterday with the Barca Athletic Club, Unai Simon, to me, was never better than Juan Garcia. He wasn't better than Raya. So I didn't understand why he was always starting. And now it's even more apparent. He was better in Espanyol. He's better in Barcelona. Unai Simon is getting that undeserved number one to me. He might be a good teammate in the team. It might be good for your squad. It's just not good enough for Spain. And it's the same feeling I have with Lenormand, but Lenormand has no competition. If you look at Spain center backs, right? Mosquera is good. He's too young. Yarrick, same thing. Pubil is solid. I doubt he will even get a look in because De La Fuente is a bit of an idiot. We call it. You go to Kubasi. Kubasi has been in and out of the starting. Laporte, well past his prime. Huh?
Vivian.
No. Vivian is not good for Spain.
Guys, back over here. We have that.
I'm just saying.
We'll talk about it in the World Cup when we'll do the previews of the World Cup.
I reference it only to say, I think the fact that he is in the Spanish national team, Lenormand specifically, is because there is no real competition. Not that he is a good level. Hanko doesn't have competition, but he is a good level. You understand what I mean? It's not the same thing.
But going back to the game, but I was thinking that so far we've seen that Simeone has the necessity to use a back three one way or another. Like today, Llorente wasn't forming. Usually Llorente forms the back three. Today he was pushing forward more. But the one who was forming the back three was Koke. Then he switched to a natural back three with Lenormand. So is he going to ever try to drift away from this necessity of a back three? Or is he going to go back to the old ways? Because ever since that title winning season, we have not tried a lot of things different. There was a brief period with a 4-4-2 that turned into a 2-3-5, but it doesn't seem to change much. But yeah,
I think you could say maybe the personnel and people who have come in, but I feel like that's very for this game. I feel like, but it in this game, tactically, the 3-5-2 was nice. Sorry, 3-4-3, I should say. It wasn't 3-5-2. The 3-4-3 was nice, right? You got Giuliano at moments doing some. Giuliano, by the way, had a really good game. I'm not sure why people have been so critical of him.
Because again, the thing about I think St. Kitts is a player part in the final third, and Giuliano was great, and then like you said, but he had an amazing cross as well. But I think there were some moments where he could have been much better. Like for example, the 1v1s where he could have been, take on a lot of Carreras, where he actually tries to go for a pass and then the pass gets blocked.
The inherent problem with Simeone is the fact that he is not a winger, right? Like he's never really been a winger. He's always been a striker throughout his entire period of time. I can't speak for River Plate so much. I
Yeah.
don't really know. I mean, River
No,
Plate,
yeah, he was playing after forward.
right. And the same thing was for Atletico. He came in to do the exact same thing. He's a good dribbler for a forward. He is not a good winger. And while he's been doing really well here and he's had to make these really good runs, there are moments and times where you realize, wow, we really do need somebody who can probably take on a man like this. And we don't have anybody in the squad really who could do that. Like you can see it sometimes from Giuliano, sometimes from Alvarez. Maybe there was a time where Sørloth did a step over and beat Asensio, which was really funny. Like this, there's moments and times. But when you look at Diamond from we call it Leganes last season, and he's just beating men for fun. When you look at Jeremiah, well, we'll see Jeremiah in Depot just now, where he's just beating men for fun. It's a clear weakness. I've personally not necessarily been a big advocate in that, but it's like if this is the style that Simeone wants, and clearly it worked really well when Carrasco was here, would it not make sense to actually go for it? You know what I mean?
We don't. I think like you made a good point. Like we didn't really have a dribbler after Carrasco. I don't remember anyone coming to Atleti who was actually good at dribbling after Carrasco.
Even in the squad that we won the league, right? So Carrasco is the main dribbler. Right after that, who's the best dribbler in the squad? Probably Lamar, and then like nothing else.
Javi Galán, probably.
Yeah, Javi Galán recently has been our best dribbler, and it's like
that says a lot.
That's not
Exactly. Like we don't even have a dribbler. Like wow.
Galán is
And-
a good dribbler for a fullback, not a good dribbler per
No,
se.
yes, of course.
And
But,
this summer, the talks were like Atleti is looking for a dribbler, and then we go on to
had
buy
the
Nico Gonzalez.
Up. And it dropped. I don't know.
Lookman, Enzo Miller, and then we went on for Nico
Wrong skin
Gonzalez.
color. Wrong skin color. It was unfortunate. Next time.
the thing is, I don't think Giuliano will always play well if the team isn't playing well. Like most of the time, he'll play well if the team is not playing well, is off the ball. But on the ball, I don't think he'll have the chance to do much. Usually, if the team doesn't follow him.
The thing about Giuliano is like he needs space. Like when, for example, today, by the way, anyone watching like saying Atleti parks the bus, like take that bus and put it in your asshole. Like seriously, today it was all Real Madrid parking the bus. By the way, so next time you come up and say Atleti park the bus, literally, fuck off. But anyway, I think for Giuliano, I think like he needs space. Like he doesn't get that space. For example, like today, Real Madrid, like they were defending deep, and so Giuliano wasn't really working that well because he can't really then take on players, and then he just like waits for a pass, or like he just waits for a teammate to arrive, or maybe look for someone in the box, and then like Saint Keek said, like like in an entire game, like you'll expect like one or two good crosses from Giuliano, which he delivered, which actually ended up in a goal. And that's it. You'll expect if a team is playing deep, it's really, really hard for Giuliano to find space. And that's where I think there was this one moment, by the way, where again, like people, I think, were disappointed in me when he won the ball from Vinicius Junior, and then he went on, and then Julian Alvarez, he passed it to Julian Alvarez. I think it was Julian Alvarez's mistake as well because he didn't put enough weight on the ball so that Giuliano could receive it. Like while he was running, he didn't have to stop. So he had to stop, and then again, Kamavinga, I don't know if he pushed him or what, and then he went on to ground. I think if Giuliano would have been much more stronger in that position, that was a very, very good opportunity as well for Atleti.
I agree.
But anyway, moving on to again, we're talking about second half only. The second goal, the momentum was with us. We had Real Madrid sweating for the first 10 minutes after the second half. Chance after chance, shots after shots. and then again a very very stupid goal to concede. Like seriously, like I keep saying, Real Madrid need so little, we need so much to score. And then after that, like nothing really happened from Real Madrid. There was just one counter attack, which was I think Fran Garcia or Gonzalo Garcia, where it was 4v2, and then he played a very very stupid pass, got intercepted easily, and then we went on. But then again, I think let's just talk about the substitutions right now.
Sure.
So Robley Nomad, again we just talked about him, and then Griezmann came on. Griezmann didn't really do much, to be
Not too
honest.
active today.
Yeah, he didn't really do much. And then Griezmann came on, Robin Numan. Thiago Almada was good, by the way, for me. The 10-15 minutes he got, Thiago Almada was good. He created
Sure.
the chance at the end. That was a very difficult pass to find, by the way.
It
Through the
was interesting.
lines.
Two chances though. I think his weight of pass was a little bit off in a few of the passes. He had some really good ideas. So like Griezmann passed the ball to him, right? And I thought he was gonna shoot. Then he decided to make the pass, and I think it was supposed to go to Julian. I'm not sure if it was Juliano or
Griezmann.
right? And it was a really, really good idea because it caught me off, and I'm watching the game, so I'm sure it caught off the other players because they were trying to converge onto him and not the pass. If he had got that pass right, that's a one-on-one with Courtois. I don't expect a guaranteed goal, but it's going to be more than likely a shot on target for sure. You know what I mean?
The thing with Almada is when he enters, he's active, but not necessarily doing the right things all the time. For me, he was, yes, the weight of his passes was off. A couple of passes to Hanchko, that specific situation you're talking about with Griezmann. But well, the final ball in the 95th minute was very good. That was very very good. But yeah, when he enters, he's active. Then we'll see if doing the right things or not. But you guys said that Griezmann, meh. But I thought he was good.
I can't really much from Griezmann. What did he do? I just saw him like where I think it was Lorente.
I
That was a
don't think
great
he was
ball from.
bad, but it was just he was not as effective as it. Like when you think of Griezmann coming on, especially in the past like month and a half now, you think the entire game is going to change, and I didn't think he really changed that much of the game. Like, yeah, the dynamic is different from Sørloth, but it's like, are we really creating dangerous chances? Not particularly.
Griezmann almost gave away the goal, by the way. A very, very stupid mistake. Rodrygo got the ball. He almost scored.
If he
And-
had scored that bicycle kick, though,
Oh, that would have been beautiful. The scissors from the edge of the box. Oh, that would have been wonderful.
yeah, and he connected with the ball so well, like it would have been insane. But yeah, and also 80th minute, you need a goal. If not, you are out of the semi-finals in a derby. What's going on through your head? Yeah, I'm going to sub in Molina. Molina.
True. I don't know. Like either play Raspadori or something. I don't know what he was thinking actually. And who he substituted, by the way? Giuliano?
Jerry.
Ruggeri. Yeah, Ruggeri.
I think
Exactly.
the
Ruggeri.
idea was to switch
Was
up.
yeah, I think he was thinking Ruggeri started maybe, and then David Hansko switched to the left wing back position, and then Molina on the right hand side. Maybe that was the idea because Ruggeri was looking tired.
I think it would have made more sense to just put on Jimenez if he was fit, because then you could just put Pubil at the right hand side. Now you have two really good fullbacks on either flank.
Again, we're not defending. We're not defending over here. We have to score the goal.
I know, I understand, but it's like, okay, there have been times where I've questioned Simeone's subs across his entire career, right? Like this season especially. But I think I remember the Felipe sub in 2022-23 season, right? It came on against Valencia, I think it was.
Yeah.
And we ended up winning the game from it. Because the idea wasn't that Felipe is supposed to change the game, is that the formation changes. Pubil, when he was involved in the game, as we saw in the first half, has the ability to break the lines with his passes, has a really good cross on him, has a good shot on him, right? We didn't get to see a lot of him because he's playing so deep as a centre back. Putting him as a right back in the game, where you see Llorente is a bit gassed and he's a little bit out of ideas, would help him do a lot more. And the same thing, as soon as Hanko went to left back, he created two chances, like back to back. And I was like, all right, my bad, Simeone. I didn't quite see the vision. but so it's not that it was bad, but it's like
wait. It's funny that Hansko's crosses were most of them pretty high, and we started doing that when Sørloth was out of the pitch.
yeah.
You know?
We do that often. Whenever Sørloth goes off the pitch, our crosses are gonna go like right, top notch
Like-
quality.
We didn't cross like a single time from the left during while Sørloth was playing, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that's where I say like offensively, Ruggeri I think has to improve on that part. Like I've been saying this for like whatever August. How many months has been? Like 5 months. His
5, 6
crosses are not that good. Yeah, his crosses are not that good, and sometimes he's not good defensively. But today defensively he was good.
Which surprises me because when I was asking Atalanta friends, most of them told me that
It was the opposite way
the
around.
highlight of him was his crosses, and that has not been the case at all.
I think there's also the fact that when you look at Ruggeri last season when Atalanta played Barca, was Ruggeri starting? I think he was. I'm not sure. But it's like the recipient is going to be Retegui. I don't know if I'm saying his name correctly, but Retegui is
Retegui.
E.
I can't rule my R's like that, all right?
Oh no! Wait,
Mat-
when the G
Yeah.
is followed by a U and an I, or
Yeah.
a U and an E,
Mhm.
the U is silent, so it's Retegi.
Or Retegui. Okay.
No,
So,
but you're saying in Spanish, he's Italian. Retegui.
He's
He's
Argentine.
Argentine. Yes,
Wait, Retegui is Argentinian?
yes, he was born in Argentina.
But
He
You all have a
switched
lot of
nationalities.
he plays for Italy.
He's
it's
nationality.
Italian names. A lot of Argentines have a lot of Italian names, no?
Yeah. Me.
But we're not gonna dox you right now.
Yeah. Like 60% of people, yeah, or 50, 40, 50.
All right, fine. Retegui for me. Fran,
Okay.
Whatever,
Okay.
Retegui, whatever. But it's like that is the recipient of your ball in the box. He's particularly good in the air. He's good.
Wait,
at
I searched, and he did not start against Barcelona, but he was subbed in the 77th minute for Zappacosta.
Nice. So I was kind of right, not really, but you see, like his general recipient is supposed to be one of the best in the air, right? In
Yeah.
comparison, in terms of the box movement, in terms of these things, that's what he offered. That's why he scored so many goals for Atalanta last season, and why he eventually went to Saudi.
Yeah,
When
to
you
be fair,
look at-
Retegi really good box striker.
Right. Ideally, when you have somebody like that, crossing is not so much a one you in his general area. You cross, he'll find it. That's the kind of the issue that you kind of have with Sørloth, where it's like you want to have him. He wants to be in the box and do things in the box, but not crossing. He wants it on his feet, which is really hard to do for a lot of times. And Villarreal were doing it at a high level because it was Baena and Gerard Romero, right, on the on two flanks. These are the two best transfer raters. You can't get better than that for most teams in Spain, let alone in Europe. So he's getting a lot of chances, he's getting a lot of time. I'd argue he undersold what he should have done for Villarreal, but that's me. And even then, it's like I feel like I'm getting too far from the point, but it's like I think Ruggeri's crossing, not great, but you do need to have a better center forward to compensate for that style of attack. Although
No,
we said this last week, and
Keeks, I
it's-
think we have to improve a lot. I think like left back position hasn't really improved even after Galan's departure. I think with again, like I said,
I
Ruggeri-
still think he's better than
Makes-
Galan because Rodrygo was basically a non-issue for the entire first half.
defensively, yes, but again, like if you're talking this, like like just like looking at the defensive part, like I'd rather keep Renildo. Renildo was good over here for defensive part. Like we need
not
someone
gonna argue with you.
offensively. We
Or
need someone.
even Hansko. Hansko is better defensively.
True, but
In one-on-ones or as a left back, I don't know how I feel about Hanchko, To be honest
No,
with you.
he's good. He's good. He's good.
Good, but he was run ragged in the Arsenal
That's
game
true.
and the Barcelona game at left
Yeah,
back.
that's true. That's true. That's true.
I'm
Well,
not. I expected the same
to be
thing
fair,
from Jerry here, but he was
Ver-
really good today.
to be fair, he was Hansko in those games was going up against the two best right wingers in the world, and now
True.
Ruggeri was going up against Rodrygo, who is a bit predictable when playing on the right side because it's not his favorite place to play. But yeah, that.
But again, like my point is, like we haven't really improved the left back situation. That's what my point is.
I think he has been an
yeah.
improvement. And maybe not necessarily the best offensively, but Galan is what has Galan really offered us offensively?
Galan was offering good crosses, whether he's shit in defense, but he was offering good. No, he was good. He was good. He was
I don't
good
know
with
if
crosses and stuff.
I don't know if good crosses, but he was more associative down that side.
And he was very good with progressive ball as well. He used to take the ball to the final third as well.
It was improved, but very, very little.
I would, yeah. So it's like if you were to say, if you were to compare Pubil this season to even Molina, not necessarily Molina this season because this is bad, but last season Molina was good, but Pubil is better than Molina last season, clearly to me. And
yeah, but I'm not really worried about my right hand side at the moment. I think
no, I am
back
saying
has
in
to-
comparison, the jump has not been as high. I get it. The
There you
level
go,
was
there you
low
go.
and the jump has not
There
been
you
high.
go.
I wouldn't just
There you
argue
go.
that.
There you go. That's what I'm
And
saying.
then
Like,
the other
we haven't-
option, who is in front of him, is like if it's not Bayana, it's not going to be good. Most times.
But again, like I mean, like it actually makes sense. Like if we're looking for a left back, it actually makes sense because Ruggeri hasn't really improved that much the team. And Ruggeri, I'll be happy with Ruggeri playing as a second left back, and that means like less Hansko, coming to the left back position and less Longley.
Play
You know,
Julio
And-
the main thing is that I also don't expect us to find anything better than Ruggeri. Like, think about the transfer window. The main names that were around for left back were
I
Andy
would have taken
Robertson.
him. Yeah, I would have taken him. I would have taken him.
No,
Andy
no.
Robertson.
Right now, yes. Right now, yes. I would have taken him. Yeah.
You
He
have
was-
not watched Robertson in recent weeks. I'll tell you that.
He has character. Keith, he has character. This
I'm
is
sure he
what
does. And he's
Atleti
also not
needs.
good right now. No offense to Randy Robertson. He's been one of the best left backs in Europe over the past 5 to 10-ish years. Not 10, but like 5-ish plus years, right? He has been very bad this season and last season. Like, I was shocked that I heard it, and I was very disappointed that we were going after it. And I still feel that way now.
Yeah, but considering the options that could come here, Ruggeri is not the worst, also not the best. It's
The
average.
thing, but
Theo
the
was the
thing,
best
but
option, but Theo has other issues.
Yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. But the thing about Ruggeri is like he's young, so maybe we can expect something from him in coming years. But right now, he's not really delivering to it.
I not specific. This isn't specific to Ruggeri, but I will say this as a general point of view. Just because a player is young doesn't mean that you have to give them time to like think. I know this is really funny from the guy who's like, yeah, play academy players, like, but there's a lot of times where you'll see a player and be like, cut your losses, because there's no jump. Almada was really good today. And this isn't me like transitioning to being like, yeah, cut Almada. Is like, what's the next level for Almada? I don't think there is one per se. But
There is actually. I believe like if he improves that final third,
he's
composure.
24. He's not 22.
No. If he improves in the final third, he can be a very, very good player. Thiago Almada can be a very good player if he improves in the final third.
I have been watching Thiago Almada for the better part of 3 years now. I am not convinced, because everything that you said just now has been a problem for him for quite a while now. And it's like in the MLS, he was doing great because he would just blast a shot from like outside the box and nobody's defending because it's MLS. And he would score, right? Because he has that ball striking.
and there were a lot of spaces.
Yeah.
MLS.
You don't get that in La Liga. You don't get that in Champions.
No, but I'm saying like I think like if he gets it, like for example today, like if he gets that pass to Griezmann, right? That
You're
was
talking
good.
about, to
If
me, it's like
Julian,
I
if
am
Julian
more,
Alves scores the goal today, in the like the 90th minute. I mean, everyone would be praising Thiago Almada right now on the timeline. Thiago
Sure.
Almada, like woohoo.
I have myself said there are times where I would like to see Almada throughout the season. I'm not going to pretend like Almada has had zero impact this season. That's not true. What I am saying is the highest level Almada what something that you want? Because again, to get his 100% of his rights, we have to pay another 10, 15 million on top of what we already paid. That means that we're going to put down close to 40 million for Almada. Is this worth the money? Is my question.
Yeah, no, 40 million is too much. 40 million is too much.
So with that in mind, not to say that we need to sell him immediately, but it's like you have to sit down throughout the season, reconvene, and think about overall the squad, because there are several players that we saw today. Even though I think the overall team level was really good, Gallagher was decent, but you saw the problems that he had off the pitch, right? Off the ball, and he didn't have, as you said, he didn't have the build up when he had the ball. It was just pass to Koke, pass it to Alvarez, pass it backwards. He's not really doing anything with the ball compared to Barrios or even Llorente was in the midfield.
True, Llorente was playing very good actually. Like I think like Llorente again on the right hand side was very good today, very good Llorente. But anyway, guys, this is stretching too long. Yeah, Keek, can I be brief about it?
Never mind. Final player ratings, and then we'll do some final thoughts.
True. Before that, like I just wanna hop on that controversy about I think Simeone shouldn't have said that stuff to Vinicius. What he said. Like that's basically.
I don't know what he said though.
He said that Perez will sell you or something, but it's like you can't really tell from that distance. The guarantee.
I mean, it's all over the place. Like he said, like Florentino Perez is going to sack you or sell you to a different team. And then when he was getting subbed off, like he was saying, like listen to the fans, they're booing you. So yeah, and then Vinicius couldn't say anything at that moment, and then after like he went to the locker room, picked his phone up, and commented on a video about Simeone. Yeah. He said like Cholo lost another knockout tournament. So I mean, at least say it on the face, have some guts. Being a pussy, saying it on the back.
I don't mean it to be too disrespectful. Like I feel bad for Vinny because of the fact that he's had some other issues off the pitch, right? Like especially the racial issues, and it's not right what is happening. But he's one of those people that you kind of have to say, wow, it's unfortunate because of the fact that you're an imperfect victim, right? He's very much an annoying person, like really annoying. Like he's always been like this. When you're showing your Champions League badge to Mallorca fans, it's like, bro, be for real. Like it's Mallorca. They shouldn't rattle you, right? When you're being annoying, when you're doing these things, I get it. It doesn't justify what happens to him, but I get it. If you understand what I mean, right?
But yeah, like for me, I was saying like for Simeone, it was very uncalled for. Like he should have done it. Like let it go. Like.
How many times does Simeone really beef with players? Like most times, it's not unwarranted.
But yeah, anyway, guys. I mean, like, at the end, like it didn't really work out. Like, how does it help us in any way? Like we out of the Supercopa, yeah, and then Copa del Rey we're gonna play Deportivo Alaves again. We're gonna meet either Real or Barca soon. If we like hop onto the second round for sure. La Liga is out of reach. Champions League again. Let's see if we qualify to the next round. And again, I don't expect us to go.
No, we're qualified. We don't know if we're in the top 8.
Yeah, no, I mean like we will qualify. But like what I'm saying is like, if we don't qualify for top 8, we have to play the playoff. And then again, I think
we're probably going to lose those playoffs.
Maybe or if we make those playoffs, if let's say we play not a top team.
If we play Caravan, we are losing. I don't trust this team. I don't trust this.
No. I think like every player, if we don't play any top team, for me, I feel like I don't know why I feel like we're gonna make it to top 8. I feel like
we will. I mean, we're playing Galatasaray and
Bodo.
Bodo Glimt at home, the Gala away. Gala is not an easy game away at all.
Bodo is a +3 for sure.
Yeah, unfortunate. I don't want to be disrespectful to the Bodo fans, but probably a +3.
Yeah.
they're good, but away from home, I don't think they're going
Yeah.
to do anything.
Yes,
And
still,
then
we just need 3 points, and I think we will qualify for top 8. That's what I
I
think. But
we put another
again,
game. You need the six to really push yourself. We don't have the driver's seat this year. But anyway, I say all this to be like, look, we're in these competitions. We're basically out of the La Liga title race. We're out of Super Cupa. We have to play Copa now. We have to look at the Champions League now. But it's like the season is going on. It's halfway into the season. We're already out of two. And it's just like I'm a little bit tired because it's like I thought last season we were really good. We just needed a
true.
few more. Like we need to revive certain areas, but we needed a few more pieces to really push over the line. We're worse in terms of results than we were last season, and I don't get it. You know what I mean?
True. At the end of the day, I would just say like this is an again the story has been us not finishing our chances and not creating much. I mean, like we had 32 shots, 32 shots combined. Real Sociedad and today, 32 shots. Guess how many goals we scored?
And to
One.
be fair,
No, no, no. Guess, guys. We scored 2 goals from 32 shots, just 2 goals. Now, I don't know, like, make what you want to make of it. 2 goals from 32 shots.
Sure, our players should be better,
That's not good. That's not good at all.
but it does mean that shots alone is not the context. You have to say how many of those were quality shots, right? So, how many, for instance, that Sørloth miss that we got in the first half? How many times has that happened in the past, however much period of time? Not that many, to be honest with you.
I mean, a lot, to be honest. What are you saying? Like,
No, we
okay.
don't have that many quality chances in recent games. Like when we get them, we usually score, but not that many. You know what I mean?
No, okay. You're mentioning a big chance. Look,
Yes.
Julian Alvarez should have scored, right?
Today,
Julian Alvarez, yeah. At
which
the
was
end. At the end, that was a clear cut chance.
okay, the end. Okay, yeah, I know.
I was like, besides that one, there wasn't one for Julian this game.
Yeah, there was not a clear cut chance, but there was half chances. Half chances. Not clear cut chances, half chances.
many?
But anyway,
Yeah, whatever. That's a
I
whole different.
think, okay, like one chance at the end of the match, and then I think just 2 half chances where he tried to make a shot, and that was a very, very. Oh, I forgot about the Lorente shot by the way. That was a very, it almost got me out of my seat. But
Yeah. I
anyway,
thought it was in. I saw it cool and I was like, thank goodness we have Llorente, and then it just went out. And it's just like, oh.
but yeah, anyway, what I'm saying is like I think for someone like Julian Alvarez again, like for us he's a world class player. I think he's not really performing at that level. And it has been going for 2 months now or something. Even though he had a very, very good game for me, but again, he wasn't really the game changer. And I think that's the difference between what happened at Metropolitano and today. At Metropolitano, Julian Alvarez was again good, just like today. But at Metropolitano, he was the difference maker. He scored those goals. Today, he didn't. And that's why, again, we
mean,
lost this game 2-1.
Not to beat a dead horse, but he scored. Are you serious? Like is they just animals at like whatever? He scored a free kick and then a penalty. You know what I mean? Like there's no like he didn't get that
But
many.
again, no. Like he had a shot from outside the box that hit the post. He was
Yes.
keeping the ball on target. Like today, it wasn't even the balls on target. I don't think like he had any shot on target today.
He had basically one chance to me in this game where he could do something, and it's unfortunate it didn't work out. 'Cause
And
I
he has to. He has to. I mean, look at Mbappe. He scored. Look at those. That
I
goal he
think
scored
that
against us.
we haven't mentioned Mbappe the whole time, but I think that is probably the most upsetting part about today is the fact that this is an Mbappe-less Real Madrid and we still couldn't win, which is something I think is a little bit disappointing. This was they switched out their two centre backs in the second half. The bad center, like Asenjo was terrible the whole game, and then you switch them out, and it's Carreras and Chameni. We still didn't really test them. Just whatever rating. Let me stop talking. Please, we stop talking.
Yeah, we can. Oblak. I think he had a good game. Can't do anything about the free kick. Can't do anything about the second goal as well. But I don't know, 5, 6.
6 average game, yeah.
Can't really do too much because the our defense didn't really help them in the key moments.
Lorente, solid 7.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mark Pubil, 6.5, I would say.
Nah, not
For-
so low at all. 7 and a half.
Yeah, for
The
me,
only
7.5.
yeah the only reason I'm taking the 0.5 is because I think like the challenge he made to Alvaro Carreras, I think maybe like if he holds it. But anyway, yeah, maybe I'm expecting way too much from Pubil at the moment. But anyway,
That's
uh, David Hanshko for me, I think another 6.5.
So, what's going on with you?
I mean, we lost the game, so I can't really like rate like 8, 9,
Yeah,
9.
but
We lost the game.
the defense,
Level
the,
was
the
good.
defense was quite solid. At least the ones who started the game.
Yeah, I think
True. But we
back when it was
conceded 2 goals.
really good.
That's the only reason.
We concede the second, or both of those 2 goals. I wouldn't even attribute to the defense. The stupid substitute in the second half, and then the first goal was a Sørloth just losing his mind. Right, that's not the defense. That's
Yeah.
like the
I'm
defense.
I'm not blaming Hanshko for anything. I'm just saying 6.5 because we lost the game and then.
Well, for me, 7.
Quickly,
7.
I'm just taking the 0.5. Okay, Ruggieri, 6.
6 is okay for me. No, yeah, this is
Yeah,
6 is
6.
okay for me.
I mean, offensive game keys. Come on, like you just look at the defensive.
Whoa. I'm
All right, Giuliano for me, 7.
yeah, I think 7 or 7.5 around the same
No,
thing.
for me 8. For me 8, Juliano.
Great game. Not much to complain about.
Great game again. I'm saying great game, but yeah, 7. But anyway, Koke, I would say good game from him as well. 7. Actually, I'll give
Yeah.
Giuliano 7.5.
I think we
have
lost
to make a
the
difference.
control once Cookie came off,
True.
and it kind of
7.
was.
I was going to say 6.5, but yeah, 7 is okay.
Gallagher, I think 5.5.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
I
he
would say
had that
5.
good chance that he made for Sørloth, but there was a lot of times where he was just kind of not really visible.
He was playing very out of position.
It's not his fault, but that doesn't excuse the level, to be honest with you.
True.
Yeah.
Baena, +1 for rattling Valverde now and then. But
Every challenge between Baena and Valverde was
Well-
very heated. Like you could tell.
and I think I'll give him a 6.5.
Solo?
It's because I think like he could have done better. Like he did very good, by the way. He did very good, but I think like I expected much more from him.
I think he had a great game, but
Yeah.
I think those 2 misses in quick succession, the bad first touch which he took advantage for the counter, and then the bad back pass out was actually really bad for me. That was really bad, really unfortunate, but you can't be doing that in the first half. You remember what I'm talking about? Or?
Yeah, so 6.5. Are you sticking with me or are you changing?
I'll stick with you. Alvarez,
Julian-
who you want to score him as?
Julian Alvarez, I'll give him a 7.
Like 7.5 at least.
I was going to say 8.
At least 7. I think 8 is more fair, to be honest. Like the entire attack ran through him.
He created
we
like
were-
4 clear
Right.
chances, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. He did a lot. He did a lot in that game.
Yeah.
True. For me, he could have been an 8 if he scored that goal. But yeah,
If
Well-
he scored a goal, it would have been a 9.
but yeah,
Oh,
7 at the moment.
Sørloth.
Sørloth, just because he scored the goal 6.
That's fair. I thought you were going to say like just because he scored a goal 7.
It's like, yeah. Nah, he wasn't good today.
No.
But the goal kind of gave him a little daylight. Although he should have had, I think, at least 2, if not 3, to be honest with you.
True. Could have been an 8, like I said, with 2 goals. But yeah, a 6 for me. Okay, substitutions. Roblin Omand, a 5.
4.
3.
Oh, damn. Okay.
4. 4 is okay.
Okay.
Like it was.
All right.
I appreciate them.
Johnny Cardoso, 6. 6, yeah.
6 was fair. Limited minutes, did decent.
Limited, exactly. Thiago Almada, I think 5.5, maybe 6.
6 for
So
me.
yeah, all right.
Okay. All right.
Who else
All right.
leader? I don't remember him.
Griezmann. Griezmann. I don't remember much from Griezmann.
No,
Five.
Griezmann was decent. I think a 6 is probably fair for
Yeah,
Griezmann to
6.
me. Somewhere
6.
between five
Five.
and six.
Five. I'll give Griezmann five because
Sure.
that like the ball he gave away to Rodrygo really like
I'm not
like
gonna argue with you. I think that you could easily say you could be like Griezmann. Probably, I expected more from Griezmann off the bench as well. So I'm not gonna argue too
so.
much with you. But
Molina, Cardoso, Almada, Rolando Mand, and the last
I don't
addition,
remember. I
Molina.
don't remember
Molina,
Molina
10, man of the match.
He played
for
10 minutes.
10 minutes. I don't remember him playing the football at all. Actually,
Oh, I remember him. I remember him. Like I remember him. Like we were chasing the goal. It was just like the few minutes remaining, and like we were attacking, and like we need like some quick transition. And I saw someone on the right hand side just like rocketing the ball to opponent's foot, and then that's going for a throw in, and then I knew it. That's Molina.
He actually made 12 passes.
oh
I
really?
don't remember. I don't remember.
Five of them was with Giuliano and Lorente on the right hand side, where he was just playing 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. I remember a few of those passes. But
That's a terrible sub to be honest with you. It's
okay,
completely lack
Simeone, how would you rate Simeone?
for
Yeah.
Four.
bad tactically. I think we set up badly for a team that should have been, and this should have been not just a win, it should have been a beating. This is a really bad Real Madrid.
But
And
as
wisdom.
say,
I
He subs
can't
were
really
terrible.
blame much
Usually-
Simeone.
usually he gets or the starting 11 wrong or the subs wrong. This time, I think probably
did both.
both. Yeah.
Yeah. I think the last time we've had like a really good starting 11 and subs is the Inter game, where we had tactically everything was really good in the first half, and then the subs just made it even better, I think.
But guys, I mean, like in defense of Simeone, I would say like I can't really expect him to like like score those chances which Sørloth had, or like or Alvarez had, or like let's say who else was there? Maybe Baena. Like I can't.
Okay, but
know,
you
like-
played a whole half without a midfield, right?
Yeah.
And then you went in the second half, and then you doubled down by taking off a midfielder. That's not smart football. Like that's we're already being better than so Real
No,
Madrid's midfield. is not good.
I agree. I agree. Like the part like where I'll blame Simeone is for him. Now again, there are different perspectives of it as well. For example, like like some player like Simeone wants this player, and then again the board wants this player. So like it has different players, coming from different places. But like again, some of the transfer, like for example, going for Nico Gonzalez, which again we needed a different profile. We didn't need Nico Gonzalez at all, but again we still went all for him. So for for that instance, I'll blame Simeone. Yes, for not trusting Johnny Cardo so much. Yes, I'll blame Simeone. For these things, yes, I'll blame Simeone. And then for being so stubborn when things are not really working and like still you going on to play those things, yes, I'll blame Simeone. For those things, I blame. For today, I can't really blame Simeone that much.
I think that's because of the players doing well, not because of the tactics. Because I feel like we said this already. It's like as much as we are going to take advantage of the fact that Real is not good in the air, and we clearly had an advantage in some of those moments, why are we still not playing towards Alvarez when Alvarez is playing out of his mind? As soon as Sørloth gets his goal, take him off. Like I'm not, and I don't mean to be rude because it's like he was terrible the whole game. He got his goal, sub him off, and put on either Griezmann or Almada immediately, or even out Raspadori. Although Raspadori is probably not going to play because he's immediately going after this, I guess. But put on one of those other forward options, play towards Alvarez, and give us at least a half an hour to get a chance to do something. We had 15 minutes, if so much, and we saw a difference, but whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, guys, I think that's it. Like again, we stretched it a little bit
Yeah,
too
that's
much, but it's yeah. I mean, it is what it is. So thank you so much, guys. Like for sticking for this long. For 1 hour, even watching that. So yeah, it really means a lot, and especially to our frequent viewers as well. So thank you so much for the support. And yeah, like always, we're gonna keep supporting Atletico de Madrid, even though yeah, things doesn't work out for us. I think it's looking like another dull year or another trophyless year, if you wanna say that. Yeah, and then yes, I know, like most of us would be frustrated with everything going on, and if you have Real Madrid fans, yes, they will, tease you, whatever. I mean, they will. They're little kids, to be honest. But anyway, I just want to say this: just relax this weekend. No games. Go on with your girlfriends or anything if you have one, or if you don't, then yeah, watch some rather an old movie. Help yourself out. But anyway, guys,
We'll see you
uh,
in the Depot game.
yes. Until then, Opatliti. Bye bye.